Another big story, we are continuing to follow the latest sex scandal in the Catholic Church. It involves a Houston priest and a local businesswoman. There's an open criminal investigation. A lot of you have been asking why there's a criminal investigation, though, since it involves two consenting adults. Sherman Chow has a closer look.
Yeah, this case has certainly caught a lot of attention. It involves Father Frank Rossi, a Monsignor here who has held several prominent positions and for years was a spokesperson for the Archdiocese. The Associated Press broke this story. The Pontiqueses were longtime parishioners, and Father Frank was their spiritual and marital counselor. Laura Pontiques alleges that in a counseling session in 2012, Father Frank began a physical relationship that led to sex. Archdiocese reportedly maintaining that relationship was consensual, inappropriate, but was not consummated. So many of you are asking, if these are both adults, what's the crime here? U of H law professor Sandra Guerra Thompson is the director of the Criminal Justice Institute.
It is not a consensual act if it involved a clergy member who exploits a person's emotional dependency. And so that is made criminal. There's no protection for that.
Mrs. Pontiques released 7 years of emails, which she says demonstrates her emotional dependency on Father Frank. The Archdiocese says that the Pontiqueses reported the inappropriate relationship in 2016, that Father Frank was removed within a week and then sent for treatment before being reassigned to a Woodville, Texas church. He is now on leave until the criminal investigation is completed. The Pontiqueses were angry about his reassignment, saying that they were promised that he would not be a pastor or counsel women again. The Archdiocese and Rossi's attorneys say they are cooperating fully with law enforcement investigating this case. Meanwhile, the Pontiqueses say that Rossi actively solicited donations from them and that they gave the church some $2 million over the course of several years. The Archdiocese says that Mrs. Pontiques had demanded a $10 million payment from it. We are here in downtown Houston. Sherman Chow, KHOU 11 News.